I found out I was pregnant on a Monday, and by Thursday night, I was sitting across from my fiancé in the dim yellow light of our kitchen, my hands shaking as I slid the test across the table. We've been together 6 years, engaged for 2, and I'd always imagined this would be the happiest news I could give him. He stared at the test for what felt like forever, not saying a word, just clenching his jaw so tight I thought he'd break his teeth. Then he said it, calm, almost cold, "That's impossible. I had a vasectomy 3 years ago, remember? Before our trip to Mexico." The silence that followed made the whole apartment feel like it was caving in. I felt like I was floating outside my body, watching him get up, grab a beer from the fridge, and lean against the counter. I started laughing, hysterically, almost choking, because I thought he was joking. But then he told me he'd gotten the procedure done without telling me, right before our anniversary. He said he needed control because he didn't trust me. That's when I realized all those late nights he'd spent working weren't about work at all. I demanded to know if he'd been unfaithful. He didn't deny it, just stared at the floor and said, "We're both liars, aren't we?" I felt sick. I knew what he meant. I'd been seeing someone else too, on and off, during those months when he'd shut himself away from me. There was this bartender I met at a friend's birthday, nothing serious, just a few nights when I felt invisible in my own home. I'd convinced myself it didn't count, that we'd fix everything once the wedding was over. We stood there, both of us exposed, all our secrets bleeding out onto the kitchen tiles. I thought I'd feel relief, finally telling the truth. But all I felt was panic, panic that the baby might not be his, panic that I might not even want to find out. He asked if I wanted to do a paternity test. I said no. Not yet. I wasn't ready to face which version of betrayal would hurt more, that I'd lost him, or that I might never really have had him at all.